12 matches left, and we've Manchester United up next. A huge fixture to start the episode. Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. I hope you're all doing fantastic, as always. And as you see, Liverpool, Chelsea. It's been the same story for most of the season. Manchester United, though, we've yet to beat them this season. 2 matches, 2 defeats, 1 in the league, 1 in the FA Cup, a 2-1 defeat in the Prem, with a 3-0 defeat in the Cup as well. So, not really an ideal time to play them, especially when we're just behind Liverpool and they are into 4th, which means competitor mode will be on for this match here. And one thing I need to do before we actually get ourselves into the first game of today is to show you my Pro. There's been a few comments asking me, you know, what did I use when setting up my Pro in terms of the face and everything. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through and you can see which ones we have activated. So yeah, for any of you wondering, here you go. But most important thing today, you know, is to try and just pick up as many points as we can. I'll show you the run of fixtures we've got coming up because, to be fair, aside from this Man United game and maybe Leicester, it's an episode that we really are able to pick up points in, I feel. So we'll take a look now then. So that's what I use for my Pro anyway, to any of you wondering. So let's take a look at the calendar. This Anderlecht game here, the second leg at home, I'm actually suspended for. I picked up a yellow card, so I've picked up 1 too many. So I will miss that through suspension, but with a 2-0 win in the first leg, we should have got the job done. Obviously, United away to start. Then we've got Watford at home, Leicester away, Brighton at home. So, you know, looking at those matches, aside from the United game, maybe Leicester, you'd expect us to beat Watford. You'd expect us to beat Brighton, to say at the very least. So we'll skip the days and see what Liverpool do in their game, because I believe they're playing just before we are. Might even be Leicester they're facing, who are into 5th. And there you go. So Liverpool have just won. And before this match, I was going to say I would have taken a point. But now, because of that victory, I'm not so sure we can. Look at that Man United team. Henderson, Gaia, Soyuncu, Lenglet, Wan-Bissaka, Rashford captain in the side, Dele Alli, Julian Brandt, Dan James, Bruno Fernandes, in behind Martial. Off to Old Trafford we go. Let's just make sure that we have actually got competitor mode on. There we go. And you guys know how important this game is. I don't need to keep hyping it up. Let's see what we can do. The first goal here is going to be crucial, I feel like, as Martial's inside our penalty area, looking for the ball across the face of goal. Jimenez was in the right place at the right time for Chelsea, though, and blocks the attempted pass. Mendy goes long up towards Piontek. He wins his header. Piontek carries his run forward, and there's the ball back towards him. He's not the quickest of strikers, but Piontek is in for Chelsea, and he's in to send it into the bottom left corner to give us that crucial first goal I was discussing. What a finish from Christoph Piontek. Maybe surprised to see him included in the side today. I'm not sure if there's an injury to Moise Kean or not, or if Piontek is just preferred. I didn't get to catch the substitute bench before we kicked off here. But that was a simple goal executed at its finest from Chelsea. Mendy's ball into Piontek, flicks it down to me, over the top. And that finish just looks better and better every time you see it. Henderson scrambles across to the right, but it's just inch perfect from Chelsea's number 9. Half-time whistle looming here at Old Trafford. And as we do go into the break, United with more of the ball, but it'll be Chelsea the happier of the two lineups as the scoreline is in their favour. And aside from Piontek's finish, that's really been the only chance of the first half. Very, very tight contest here. Martial down the line for Dan James, and with the quality that the home side have got, you expect that by the end of the 90 minutes, they'll have created a chance to test Mendy in the Chelsea goal, because yet to do it so far, the home side. And we are approaching the last 20 minutes of the match here. Similarly though, Chelsea have only had the one shot themselves, as Wan-Bissaka is way too quick for me to beat him in a foot race there. He was always favourite to get to that pass, and you can see again as Dele Alli here is trying to look for a ball forward. Chelsea have been very, very good defensively. And this right now is the perfect position for Chelsea to be in, deep in Manchester United's half, as you can see. Kante searching for a second maybe as his ball is cut out by Fernandes. Martial trying to keep the possession for United, but not able to do it. The run here from Digne down the left. We are into added time. The pullback, Kante! What a save from Henderson! Kante nearly giving Chelsea a second, and now there's maybe a breakaway on. Martial forward to Rashford. We're into added time. This will be the end of the game as soon as this attack is over. And we've just got to make sure we don't give them anything. Rashford, Lamar, not able to find anything. 93 minutes of football, a very quiet game, which is not ideal to watch for entertainment value. But we had a job to do with Liverpool beating Leicester earlier. We've come here, we've done it, and for the first time this season, we've beaten Manchester United. It's finished Chelsea 1, United 0. So as previously mentioned, not allowed to play here for this, but a 2-0 aggregate lead already. And we are at home, you don't expect us to lose. With Pulisic in to replace us today, a 0-0 draw will see Chelsea through. And the draw for the round of 16 will see us face Sevilla. And Schalke will take on Napoli. You can see the other ties as I scroll through here. But looking at the sides left in the competition, we've got to be considered the favourites. You know, Spurs are still in there. Napoli as well could be a tricky tie. Valencia maybe. But ultimately, looking at the sides left here, we have to be the favourites. Yeah, I'm quite surprised, really. I mean, Arsenal were knocked out by Fiorentina in a 3-1 second leg win for the Italians, which saw them win 5-2 overall on aggregate. To let you know as well, in the Premier League, Liverpool just want to give us another chance to climb back to the top of the league, because as we take on Watford, they've just played and have only managed a draw against Palace, who are 10th. So a 1-1 draw for Liverpool means that a victory for us will put us back top by a single point. At least if we slip up, they are doing it as well. Now, we can't slip up against Watford. Surely not. They're 15th. I need to make sure I turn competitor mode back off here. And for a very quiet first match of the day, I want a busy one here so that you guys get the most entertainment possible. There's competitor mode off. Take a look at the sides very quickly. They go with a 5 at the back, Watford. Ismail Assar and Puado as the two strikers. Ultimately, though, as long as we get the ball on the front foot, create the chances, I don't think we'll have much to defend against Ismail Assar, who is probably their best player, I'd say. Let's get into match. Chelsea free kick, just approaching the half-hour mark, and so far, not being able to create much of anything in the way of a clear-cut chance. Gnabry to Kante. Kante now then, looking to turn, finds the ball towards us. The run from Per Havertz, straight through, and Kai Havertz will open up the scoring here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Watford 0. And they've done a good job up until this point of not allowing the runs in behind the defence. The 5 at the back they're playing, defends with width, and it's been a solid display from him in the early half an hour or so. But Kante plays that ball back, and when you don't trap the run of Havertz and you allow him in there, he's never going to miss. North London derby going on elsewhere, and Tottenham just taking the lead in it. And the goal for us means we're going back top of the Prem, but there's still a long way to go here as Amrabat on the attack. That is a brilliant switch of play out to this right-hand side. Kiko Firmino now needs to try and put a cross in, but he's got 2 Chelsea players, myself included, coming over to try and stop him from getting the delivery. Now he will look to send it in. Tierney has possession for Chelsea. Is there a breakaway opportunity on? Well, we'll try and work one. Havertz up to Piontek. Piontek on the turn. Now does play that ball out to the left, and you can see that even with Watford having a sight of a chance, they're still not sending too many players forward because they had a lot behind the ball. Bakayoko looking for the ball over the top, and nearly worked out, to be fair. A second goal for us would be very, very helpful right now, because just to make sure of the points more than anything, as Piontek goes for a shot straight at Reece. You know, whenever it's 1-0, Watford just need that one counter-attack opportunity, and the score's back level again. And they've had moments of being able to counter, but not quite being able to pull it off just yet. Here is Gnabry. Again, Chelsea come forward. Gnabry with a back heel. Great turn from Oz. Can we find the chance now? I went for the placement, and I hit it straight at the keeper. That's a poor finish. Into injury time we go then, and it looks like Chelsea will get the points here in a very slender 1-0 victory. But in all honesty, we've had not a lot to deal with in the way of a Watford chance, so you can't really say too much else than that we are deserved winners here. We've created a couple of moments. Arguably should have taken my chances. Ismail Assar, though, actually will break away using his pace for Watford, and all of a sudden, this is the last moment of the match there. And Ismail Assar dispossessed by Romagnoli. And that takes us into full time. We've had back-to-back Premier League 1-0 victories. I'm quite disappointed, really, with the highlights more than anything, but I guess 6 points from 6. We can't really grumble at that. And it does take us back top of the Prem. Player of the month for February is ours, and we travel then to the King Power Stadium to face Leicester, who find themselves in 4th. So again, let's make sure competitor mode is activated. I'm not sure if Liverpool are playing on the same day as us for the first time in, I feel like, quite some time, actually. We are playing on the Saturday, so I guess we'll see if there's to be any updates for goals and such. North London derby finished Spurs 2, Arsenal 1 in the last game whilst we were playing, so Spurs winning in that one. Arsenal season really not ideal. And you can see, who's the danger man for Leicester, really? I guess Harvey Barnes, Ennis Bardi in midfield, and Didi in the CDM role is so good at doing that job. I don't actually recognise that many of the Leicester players, though, considering they're sat in 4th place. But that might not be such a good thing. So, we'll see. Overlap here from Kai Havertz, and Chelsea still searching for their opening chance. Havertz's ball. We've got the run of Bakayoko through the middle. Saved once, but not twice. And Bakayoko puts the away side level. 2 chances at it, and he took it on the second time of asking. What a run from midfield, though, from Bakayoko. And when he pops up in this position, we had to find him, and thankfully the pass was good. That's a great, great run. Jacobson, to be fair, he's unlucky because he does well initially, but he just can't get up the second time. And Leicester behind, and really behind after their first bit of defending they've been asked to do. Again, when you look at the chances created and the actual moments that we both had, as Keane is through, and somehow it's not 2-0 Chelsea. I was going to say, when you look at the chances that we've created, we haven't seen that many clear-cut opportunities, but that is a glorious one for Moise Keane. And Lampard, you can see he's not quite sure how it's not 2-0. It's been all Chelsea since the start of the second half, which is a really good thing to see, because it shows we're not just resting at 1-0. We want another, as Keane's through. No mistake this time. And he does double Chelsea's advantage. And the goal updates that keep popping through, I've not seen anything for Liverpool. So either they're not playing or they're having a bit of a quiet afternoon themselves. But Chelsea surely heading to 3 points now. Keane makes up for his earlier miss with a thunderous near post finish. And you can't allow him to have 2 moments like that. Chelsea corner, Hudson-Odoi's delivery, and Havertz makes it 3. Hudson-Odoi's first touch after replacing Serge Gnabry runs straight over to take the corner. Havertz, he scored a few headers for us this season. He's always a danger in the penalty area. Leicester's days just getting worse and worse here at the King Power Stadium. Much better from Leicester as Bardi's ball through. Chance then, goal! And that's what they're capable of. But it seems like it's too late, man. We've got 10 minutes left. Where's this been the entire rest of the game? The rest of the time, they've sort of defended and not really tried to go forward. The minute they're 3-0 down, they think, all right, well, I guess we can't do anything now. We may as well go for it. And look at that, then. I mean, they get a goal back, but it's only to be a consolation, surely. And there is full time, then, from the King Power Stadium. It's Leicester 1, Chelsea 3. And Leicester should have tried to attack from the off. If they'd have done that, maybe the scoreline would have been different. But at 3-0, to then go forward and get your goal, it's a little bit too late with 10 minutes to play. Still, though, composed, confident performance from Chelsea. 3 wins from 3. So, Liverpool actually played in a Merseyside derby against Everton and matched our win with a 3-1 win of their own, which means they sit just a point behind still, with 9 league matches to go. Anybody's game right now. We'll end the day with our first leg of our Europa League round of 16 tie against Sevilla. And that will be the end of today's episode, where if we can hit 250 likes, I will give you another episode of the series tomorrow. That's the deal. 250 likes by tomorrow, or by, well, we'll say maybe midday tomorrow, and you'll get another episode. So that is the dealio. Right then, let's do this up against Sevilla. I'm actually not going to keep competitor mode on. It's a weird one because sometimes teams play better without it, but then there is the occasion where it does help. Like Leicester, for example, the move they put together, that was really good to watch in competitor mode. But up until that point, they'd had 1 shot. So sometimes I feel like it helps, but then other times, not really. And as we are only in the round of 16 competitor mode, we'll save it for the later stages. And you never know, maybe Sevilla even get a result against us here at Stamford Bridge. And as boring as it would be, I'd happily take a 0-0 because no away goal then. Havertz out to this left-hand side where Tierney is on the charge. Kieran Tierney with the early ball back into the middle. Gnabry Not the best first touch, but he still keeps it alive here, Serge Gnabry. And Chelsea searching them for the opening goal, which Gnabry cannot find a chance to try and get. I'm not really sure what to expect from Sevilla tonight because they're sat 6th in La Liga, which isn't too bad, you know, but maybe you'd expect them to be sort of top 4 possibly. But yeah, 6th, not bad. I wonder if they'll try and go for this, especially the away goal that maybe is on offer for them. That's a nice little one too, but Tierney is quickly in to win back the ball. It's been quite a slow start really from both sides here. Look, I know I said before kickoff I'd take a 0-0 boring draw. But I was joking a little bit, EA. I mean, we've had 2 shots in 70 minutes of football. I mean, in this area right now, Sakho should be putting this cross in all day, every day. And now he will do just that. Alba Ruiz flicks it. Oh my, not like that. I'm so used to seeing the AI go back there that I just didn't expect Sakho to actually put the cross in. Sevilla have their away goal. Alright then, but 9 times out of 10, I assure you, the AI play that ball backwards, they don't put the cross in. The one time they do, they make it count. Fair enough. There's not anything Mendy could do about that. Just a great header. Full time, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 0, Sevilla 1. And I'm genuinely so salty we've lost that. Like, look at this, man. Look at this. 90 minutes of football to see 3 shots. EA, you need to give the AI a bit of quality or quality of life update. Seriously. This is ultimate. It's the hardest, meant to be the best quality of opponent. If I go to like professional or whatever, it's too easy. So, yeah, aside from the Leicester game, genuinely, most of the matches today, I think United didn't even create a shot in the first match. Pretty certain Watford didn't either. And, like, I can be happy about the fact that we've got 3 wins in the league, 9 points from 9. But I'm conscious that it's just not that entertaining to watch for you. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to do, you know? So, yeah, I guess I'm just having my salty moment. Needless to say, we need a big performance in the second leg then away in Spain. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support on the channel. I really appreciate that as well. As I said, 250 likes for another episode tomorrow. But until then, stay safe. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Take care, everyone. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Adios.